jakes on the road. This crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast. I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems. Let me. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my way.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. That kickoff return, 104 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
On the double. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Zip this.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robbie Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when he's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 8. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, 319.
Mike, 54. I got one.
Mike 515.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
319.
So don't say nothing.
Hey, take 26. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Yeah, good job.
A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They give to Johnson going right. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off right around the 43. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Watch the screen.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check tight. Check tight.
Johnson running right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
58 right there. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Whoa. Here we go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. The Lions into the red zone for the 1st time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
Jackson. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go. Here we go. Six of Pittsburgh. The mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Orbit.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's been a long day for you. Go to 50.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field. We can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Check. Let's go.
26.
Hey, we got Mike.
Rodgers to throw once more.
You ready?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 52. See Mike.
Switch.
80 weapon.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Watch the run. Shot, baby. That's a big shot.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Yeah, Liz.
Hatchet.
General West.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
58.
54.
I got him.
He's crashing. He's checking crab.
Right.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Keep it up.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's get it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Right.
Fresno.
Gun.
Shimon.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 5'4".
399.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. This is caught. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Hey, check 26.
Right there, 54 Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today.
399.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to pour it on. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Give them 32 on the play.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man Johnson.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, that's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Flushed out right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. They go to Johnson again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
6.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Ready?
And 58 is a Mike. Go 58.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Jackson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike check 33. 33.
To throw is Jackson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Throwing again on second down. Jackson Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
They're on 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, and he comes back with one complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep left side. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 30. Golf.
Rodgers again now. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 16, Rodgers. Flush to his right. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
53.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Let's go. Come on.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Oh, yeah.
2-yard gain on the play.
Easy. Jim. Yeah, Liz.
53, Mike, 53.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Jam.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
Check. Hey, 88.
Check four.
Rush. Protein spill.
Rush in. Switch.
Check. Over. Flip again.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike,
26. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
Slam.
26.
Mike, 53.
On play action, Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, turn it up. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Gun. Hey. High 7.
To throw is Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jamie Collins drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Escaping the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Now Jackson. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back.
I got you, boy.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. I'm on.
Mike, check.
And Jackson throwing once more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Score! Yeah!
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust